So one of the things I love about this time of year is that it is totally fine to settle down on the sofa and watch a cheesy Christmas movie. And I don't know about you, but I love those films because they tend to have a happy, feel-good ending. And that's what we all want, isn't it? We like things that end well and make us feel good. Which is funny because one thing that often doesn't end well or make us feel good is drinking. Things might start off okay and you tell yourself it's just going to be one drink, but that's rarely how things play out. And today I want to talk about that and the choice you have in how that story ends. So you might have heard me talk before about this idea of playing the movie to the end. So I'm not talking about Christmas films here, I'm talking about your personal drinking movie. So if the opening scene was you pouring that first glass, what would the next scene be? What would happen in the middle of the film? What about the end? What would be the closing scene that the credits roll over? And the final scene, by the way, isn't when you pass out or go to bed. It will be at some point the next day because alcohol affects your body and your life for at least 24 hours. It makes the whole of the following day so much harder. I mean, if you do something you regret or you're embarrassed about, you are definitely going to think about that for more than 24 hours. So you've really got to stop and consider all of that. I know that at this time of year, the opening scene of your drinking movie will get heavily romanticized. Alcohol is a part of so many festive things. And it's easy to tell this story about how drinking is going to make things better or more fun or more special. But Christmas happens every year and you have plenty of evidence to show you how that goes. And in a way, the consequences of drinking are worse during the festive season because it's supposed to be a very enjoyable and even magical time of year. And there's definitely nothing magical about having a hangover. So have a think about the data you've already gathered in previous years and the experiences you've already had. You probably already know what it's like to be hungover on Christmas Day. And maybe you still have to get up early with your kids because they're excited. Maybe you've had to put on an Oscar-winning performance in the past of someone who's having a great day and you're not feeling it. Maybe there was a work party in the past that ended with you doing something so cringeworthy you can barely bring yourself to think about it. Or perhaps you were unable to enjoy a special meetup with friends or family because you felt so rough. You were physically present but mentally absent. Or maybe your Christmas movie is a bit sneakier and subtler than all of that stuff. I'm thinking about one of the women who I coach, who came to work with me in February this year because she was struggling to get back on track after drinking at Christmas last year. So she'd broken a long spell of sobriety in order to drink during the festive season. And initially things had been fine. She'd felt okay on Christmas Day. So she drank again and then didn't feel so great, but nothing really bad happened. So there was more drinking, and suddenly it was the end of January and she'd only had 4 sober days in the whole month. And I'm just mentioning that because if you are already sober, but you're thinking about having just one drink, it really might not pan out that way. So now I want to hear from you. If you are tempted to drink tonight or tomorrow or at some festive event that's coming up soon, tell me about that in the comments section below. Outline what it is about that opening scene that seems so appealing. And then, and this is important, play it forward and write down how that movie ends if you drink. And get really clear on that and make yourself think about this. Think it through properly. And then You get to decide. Do you want the movie to end in that way, or do you want to push play on a different kind of film? Is that whole crappy movie going to be worth it for that brief opening scene that's so romanticized and lasts for about half an hour? Remember that your drinking movie is 24 hours long, because that's how long we feel the effects of alcohol for. So that opening scene better be blooming well worth it. If cheesy, happy endings are your thing, I know which kind of movie I would choose if I was in your shoes. And, you know, I know which kind of movie I'm happy to watch at this time of year. Keeping things alcohol-free makes Christmas so much better. But no matter what you choose this week, I hope you have a good one. And let me know your answers to my questions in the comments below.